Yesterday was right text. You write 48? Yes. Yesterday was right text. If there is something make mistake, actually, 48 is mine.
Okay.
The right next one, yeah?
Yes.
It's also possible to do it on the phone.
Okay, let's just don't write it.
Yeah, it's okay.
The bottom is here.
Was?
Das ist das Wort.
Das ist Ach, das ist neu?
Ja.
Мне это вперед не нужно. Уверенность какую-то.
Ну сначала...
Кто кому переводить?
You don't need to translate what you say.
In English.
Maybe they will come.
Mother, I saw she was helping, she helped in the kitchen, who usually
Okay.
sometimes, I think it's not really.
Okay.
But we will see.
Nobody asked me today, so...
Yes.
Was ist das jetzt? 48?
Ja.
Danke.
Bhagavatam, 4th chapter, chapter 29, told between Narada and King Prachula Krishna. Maybe we can make this a bit more light.
Yes.
Text 48. We'll take an open text in our phones. Svam lokam na vidustevai yatra deva janardana ahud bhumradhiyo vedam sakarmaka matadvidaham. Okay, we can do it together. Svam lokam na vidustevai
Svam lokam na vidustevai
yatra deva janardana
yatra deva janardana
ahurdhum radhiyo vedam
ahurdhum radhiyo vedam
sakarmakam tadvidam
sakarmakam tadvidam
svam lokam na vidustevai
Svam lokam na vidustevai
yatra deva janardana
yatra deva janardana
ahurdhum radhiyo vedam
ahurdhum radhiyo vedam
sakarmakam tadvidam
sakarmakam tadvidam
svam lokam na vidustevai
Svam lokam na vidustevai
yatra deva janardana
yatra deva janardana
ahurdhum radhiyo vedam
ahurdhum radhiyo vedam
sakarmakam tadvidam.
sakarmakam tadvidam
Somebody please.
Svam lokam na vidusyetavai
Svam lokam na vidustevai
Dabra yanardana
yatra deva janardana
Durdharma divyo vedam
ahurdhum radhiyo vedam
Sakarmanam kadavidam
sakarmakam tadvidam Svam lokam na vidustevai Svam lokam na vidustevai yatra deva janardana yatra deva janardana ahurdhum radhiyo vedam ahurdhum radhiyo vedam sakarmakam tadvidam
Sakarmakam tadvidam.
Svam lokam na vidustevai
Svam lokam na vidustevai
yatra deva janardana
yatra deva janardana
ahurdhum radhiyo vedam
ahurdhum radhiyo vedam
sakarmakam tadvidam
sakarmakam tadvidam. Word by word translation. Svam
Svam
om lokam
lokam
above na
na
never
never
vidu
vidu
no
no
te
te
such persons
such persons
why
why
certainly
certainly
yatra
yatra
where
where
deva
deva
supreme personality of Godhead
supreme personality of Godhead
Janardana
Janardana
Krishna or Vishnu
Krishna or Vishnu
Ahu
Ahu
speak
speak
Dhumradhiya
Umradya
the less intelligent class of men
the less intelligent class of man
Vedam
Vedam
the four Vedas
the four Vedas
Sakarmakam
Sakarmakam
full of futuristic ceremonies
full of ritualistic ceremonies
Itatvidam
Ayatavida
persons who are not in knowledge.
persons who are not knowledge
Translation. Those who are less intelligent accept the Vedic ritualistic ceremonies as all in all. They do not know what the purpose of the Vedas is to understand one's own home, where the Supreme Personality of Godhead lives. Not being interested in their real home, they are illusioned and search after other homes. Generally, people are not aware of their interest of life to return home back to God. People don't know about their real home in the spiritual world. In the spiritual world, there are many Vaikuntha planets, and the topmost planet is Krishna Loka, Goloka Vrindavana. Despite the so-called advancement of civilization, there is no information of the Vaikuntha Lokas, the spiritual planets. At the present moment, so-called advanced civilized men trying to go to other planets, but they do not know that even if they go to the highest planetary system, Brahma Loka, they have to come back again to this planet. This is confirmed in Bhagavad Gita 8.16. Abrahma Bhuvana Loka Punar Avartino Arjuna Mam Upetsa Kantiya Punar Janmana Vidyate. From the highest planet in the material world down to the lowest, all are places of misery, wherein repeated birth and death take place. But one who attains to my abode, O son of Kunti, never takes birth again. If one goes to the highest planetary system within this universe, he still has to return after the effects of pious activities are finished. Space vehicles may go very high in the sky, but as soon as their fuel is finished, they have to return to this earthly planet. All these activities are performed in illusion. The real attempt should now be to return home, back to Godhead. The process is mentioned in Bhagavad Gita. Yantimatya Janopi Imam. Those who engage in the devotional service of the Supreme Personality of Godhead return home, back to Godhead. Human life is very variable, and one should not waste it in vain exploration of other planets. One should be intelligent enough to return to Godhead. One should be interested in information about the spiritual Vaikuntha planets, and in particular the planet known as Goloka Vrindavana, and should learn the art of going there by the simple method of devotional service, beginning with hearing, Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnu. This is also confirmed in Srimad Bhagavatam 12.3.51. Kalir Doshanidhe Rajan Astekam Hadgunam Kirtanadeva Krishnasya Mukta Sangha Param Rajet. One can go to the supreme planet, Param Rajet, simply by chanting the Hare Krishna mantra. This is especially meant for people of this age, Kalir Doshanidhe. It is a special advantage of this age that simply by chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, one can become purified of all material contamination and return home, back to Godhead. There is no doubt about this. End of purport. Omagenati Mirandasya Giranjana Shalakaya Chukshuran Miritamina Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Chittanya Mano Vishtam Stapitam Bhutale Swayarupa Kadamakyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vanchakalpa Tarubhisha Kripa Sindhu Devacham Patitanam Pavanibhyo Vaishnavibhyo Namo Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaura Bhaktavinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Dina, can I ask you for the table to put one notebook? Yes. Krishna to everyone, thanks for coming for lecture. It's said that whenever we attend the lecture of Srimad Bhagavatam, everything what is unauspicious in our hearts become purified. We continue to read this conversation between Narada and King Uchina Bhaktishad. And in previous verses it was said about how is important bhakti above karma and jnana. And Narada inspired him to practice this direct method to go straight to our goal, spiritual world. And today verse, I can read again translation. Those who are less intelligent accept the Vedic ritualistic ceremonies as all in all. They do not know that the purpose of the Vedas is to understand one's own home, where the Supreme Personality of Godhead lives. Not being interested in their real home, they are illusioned and search after other homes. Yeah, this verse explain about our goal, about prayojana, and also explain about that not everyone can see this properly, because many people are attracted by something else. Like in previous verse it said, many people attracted by karma and jnana, some different activities, to be happy in this world by doing something. And also, like he explained about less intelligent people accept Vedic ritualistic ceremonies as all in all, because they want to go to higher planets. They can believe that by doing some rituals, we can please some personalities who will allow us to live nicely in some other places. And people, they think that this is best for them, because there was not enough, fortunate to have association with pure devotees who can show to them what is our real home. But we all happy enough, we all fortunate enough, because we have Srila Prabhupada, we have our parampara, we have all this knowledge was direct us to the higher destination, to our real home. And it is said that by reaching space, you will not come again here. Because when people they try to work hard in this world, it just because they identify themselves with material body, and they think, okay, yes, I feel that this is good for me. I feel this is my home, specific place. I have maybe some family, and I work, and I want to try to adjust everything to make more or less peaceful, that I have some place, I have some income, I have a nice environment, maybe good nature, good country, and I want to live here peacefully. But even we can see from our life, from history, it's not so easy. Not so easy to have this place. But who maybe have more or less good karma, even to have this. But all this is very changeable, because material world always going through different stages. Sometimes we have peaceful time, sometimes some wars arise and people start to kill each other, become a very terrible situation, or some viruses come. Coronavirus recently, or something else. But still people trying to do this because to understand what is really good for us. Maybe it's easy, but not so easy, because it requires some fortune, some luck. It said, that Brahmanda Brahmita Gona Bhagavan Jiva Guru Krishna Prasadi Paya Bhakti Vata Bija. Somebody knows translation?
Guru gives the seat of bhakti to the heart of spirit.
To the conditioned soul. And this conditioned soul is like Brahmanda Brahmita Gona. It's wandering around this Brahmana, this universe, by getting different bodies and different planets. And by mercy of Guru and Krishna, Brahmana Brahmita Gona Bhagavan, it means fortunate. Bhagavan Jiva, who is lucky enough, they get this mercy of Guru and Krishna, Guru Krishna Prasadi Paya Bhakti Vata Bija, and get this mercy to get the seed of Bhakti. And then they start to their spiritual practice by realize, okay, by mercy of Guru we realize that there is spiritual world and we from there. And then we try to practice, and because we get this bija, but we have to also maintain this bija properly. We have to water it and to protect, because like even in a garden, if you have some plants, gradually you can see that if you don't care enough of these plants, maybe some weeds will come, or maybe there will be not enough water and so on. It will be like something can happen. And same with Bhakti, it said that it's very important to maintain our Bhakti properly, and we need for this regular practice. It's like Shravan and Kirtan. And this purpose is said. This process is mentioned in Bhagavad Gita. Yantimat Yajanot Imam. Those who engage in the devotional service of the Supreme Personality of Godhead return home back to Godhead. Human life is very valuable, and one should not waste it in vain exploration of other planets. One should be intelligent enough to return back to Godhead. One should be interested in information about the spiritual Vaikuntha planets, and in particular the planet known as Goloka Vrindavana, and should learn the art of going there by the simple method of devotional service, beginning with hearing Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu. Yeah, like, to achieve something in this world, people also need some process, some art. Like, who wants to have a peaceful life, more or less. They getting some education, they spend also some time doing some austerities by learning, getting some profession. And if really somebody wants to have some good position in this world, they need to, to do something regularly and get some realization, get some skills, like people to become anyone, to become a good, I don't know, cook or good manager, some politician, economist, anyone, people, doctor, people need musician, people need some time to practice. And by doing this regularly and properly, with proper guidance, they can gradually understand how it works, and then they get some position. And same, here it said that one should be intelligent enough to return to Godhead. So we have to be intelligent enough to understand about our goal. It's very important not just to understand about goal, because it's also like we need to read these books every day. Because by living in this world, it's very easy to go to another direction, to change our focus. Even it said that Maya will always check us, do we really serious to go back to Krishna? Because maybe in the beginning it was inspired by some different reasons. It said that four kind of people comes to this process, who is, what is these people who come? One is who is,
who is suffering, who wants to know about the absolute truth, who wants to gain some wealth, and who is negative, inquisitive.
Yeah, some people they suffer. We have different problems in life, and then we turn to God and we try to ask God that He will help to us with our problems. But we have not enough money to maintain ourselves, and then we look into God and think, okay, I feel I am like helpless. I need some help. And people who is pious enough, they turn to God. People who are not pious enough, they will try their best without God. And another class is inquisitive, who is wandering around and looking maybe somebody else, something better, options for me. And people who look for absolute truth, it said that it's higher class, because they don't look just for material things, just for wealth or for be free from sufferings, but they're looking for what is the above everything, who I am, what is this world about. Yeah, and these four kind of people, they turn to God, and yeah, when they turn to God, they understood this. But after some time, we can maybe change our focus, because if we became, for example, with sufferings or with lack of money, but gradually we can improve our situation. We can, by doing spiritual activity, you can rise up sattva guna, you can become more pious, and then Krishna can give to us some, I don't know, some better position, and we can be relaxed. We can think, okay, I have no problem, everything is fine, my health now is good, my relationship with other people is better, I have some place to live and so on, and then we can think that maybe I don't need to stress so much on these austerities, this regular chanting, hearing, and so on. Yeah. Because of this, we need to read Prabhupada books regularly, and it's helped to us to maintain our focus, to remind to us about this beautiful goal. Because Prabhupada many times in different places explain about Krishna, his pastimes, about different devotees, the nice qualities, and we can be attracted by all this. And also explain about different challenges, different difficulties what devotees can face in their spiritual practice. And this also helped to us to understand what we're going through, and help to also to make our focus properly directed. And I like that it's said here, one should learn the art of going there by the simple method of devotional service, beginning with hearing. Yeah, this process is quite simple. But by living in this world, I just can see by myself. We have the spiritual practice, but sometimes we can think, maybe we need something else. Maybe it's not enough, maybe we need to, I don't know, become very professional on something, get some super education or good education. Or even it can be like, you can think sometimes it will be better for my devotion. And we can, it happens. We can, if we, especially like in the West, it's more prominent. If you look at the internet, like Instagram, Facebook, was devotees post from US, from Western countries, from UK, you can see that they emphasize a lot of these different modern techniques of even how to propagate Krishna consciousness. And it's nice, it can be nice if we, we unite all these material things with bhakti, because we can give bhakti by different means. It is completely fine if we learn very nice how to sing, how to make some presentations, preaching, and then it can attract people, some sincere people to bhakti. But always we have to remember that we have to maintain these basic principles of hearing, proper reading books with hearing about Krishna, and of course chanting our mantra. In the end of this chapter it said this nice verse, Karya dosha nidhe rajan svasti ekam hangunat kirtanat eva Krishna sya mukta sangha param rajet. So you know this verse? It's quite a popular verse. It said, Karya dosha nidhe rajan. In the age of Kali, Karya dosha nidhe rajan. There's a lot of this ocean of faults. Whenever you look, you can see many faults, different problems, in politics and economics, and different people, maybe people not so nice, maybe we not so nice, and so on. Different things. But it said, Asti eka mahan gunan, mahan gunan. It means there is one big benefit. Mahan gunan. Kirtanat eva Krishna sa. Just by doing kirtan, by glorifying Krishna, Kirtanat eva Krishna sya, Mukta Sangha Param Rajet, that we can be liberated and achieve Param Rajet, a higher destination. Actually, it is very good news. It says that in this age of Kali, in different ages, different methods given to achieve perfection. In Satya Yuga, do you know what is Satya Yuga? Best for perfection? You should ask. Yoga, meditation. People doing meditations, they live very long, they're more pious, they can focus more. But when even Krishna told to Arjuna about this dhyana yoga, about this method of achieving perfection by yoga, do you know what this Arjuna said?
It's impossible for me because my mind is always running here and there.
Yeah, we can see that in this age that we are now, it's impossible to focus in this process of yoga. But mostly devotees that don't practice this, maybe some, very rarely, can be attracted by some things. But yeah, but some people in this world, they, even when they distribute books in the street, speak with people, they can say, oh, I am a yoga teacher, I am a yoga master, I practice yoga for some time, and I know what's all you talk about, say about it. But they think that by doing all these things, meditation, pranayama, it will help them. But it said that no, in this age it's impossible. You cannot control our mind, you cannot, well, I mean really, of course you can for some time become somehow peaceful, a little bit more free from material, different thoughts, material problems, by going inside. But still it's not a solution. And in other ages, in Treta Yuga,
Yeah.
do you know what is in Treta Yuga best? You should remember. It's very simple. There's only 4 yugas. You know, it's like winter, summer, autumn, and spring. So you have different seasons, and you know that in winter it's good to wear winter clothes. You cannot go outside, at least here. Mostly, it's not nice to go outside with summer slippers. Or with just t-shirt, it will be not practical, it will be not nice. And then it said that different yugas, different process given what's help to us to make progress. If we use proper process, then we make advancement. If not proper, then it's not possible. So in Treta Yuga, what?
Yeah.
Yagya, sacrifices. Some big sacrifices that people did, this Ashwamedha Yagya, different things. But it requires also a lot of ingredients and require proper brahmanas, like some very elevated brahmanas who can pronounce properly these mantras. They pronounce, I was reading Srimad Bhagavatam and explained that there should be 4 or 5 brahmanas who perform this at least. And 4 of them, they recite this mantra very properly, and 1 of them just listening. And if he hears that somebody make mistake, he should correct, because otherwise this will not work at the sacrifice. Yes, also serious. Previously people, they was learning this art, how to make this. Like we now doing this sadhana, Hare Krishna mantra every morning properly. In this age they was doing maybe another sadhana, by reciting these mantras, doing the sacrifices. Yeah, but now we don't do this, but still devotees trying. We can see in some temples. For me it's quite funny to look on this. I never accept this seriously, but it's like in this verse it said, who less intelligent accepts the Vedic ritualistic ceremonies all in all. But maybe devotees not accept this like all in all, but they still have some hope that maybe this Nrisimha Yagya, another Ayagya will be nice for me. But yeah, it can be. Even in Mayapur, devotees like worship Nrisimha Dev, and it's like for devotional service. It's not just for like goal of life without our main practice. Yeah, and then in Vapara Yuga, what is best?
Deity worship.
Yeah, deity worship. Yeah. I also heard that one devotee was talking about that this deity worship, it was prominent in previous age, and even in India it was many opulent temples. But when British came to India, I heard that they took so many gold, so many jewelry, so many things from India. It's you can find this on the internet. They took so many wells from India, and because of these temples, it was still a lot of this many from previous age. But also for me, it was difficult to understand because before British there was Mongols, there were different people who could also take some wells. But yeah, in this age it was this deity worship. It was also very opulent. It was like everything from made of gold, and also like, we do this properly. So, and now we're coming for our age. It's Kali Yuga, and in this Yuga, do you know what is the best?
Chanting.
Chanting. It's very simple. it's, you know, it's very. You don't need to know much. You just need to need this.
Yes,
So Kali Yuga chanting is best, and then it's quite simple, but we should take it seriously also. We said that we should learn the art of going to spiritual world by a simple method of devotion service, beginning with hearing. And chanting. Shri Brahmadev Paladevi Ki Jai, Shri Govinda Ki Jai. So, and I also wanted to speak something about chanting, because it's very important for all of us to make it properly. And yeah, it says that in the end of purport, one can go to the supreme planet, Paramrajat, simply by chanting the Hare Krishna mantra. This is especially meant for the people of this age, Karyar Darshan Vidya. It is a special advantage of this age that simply by chanting the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, one can become purified of all material contamination and return home back to Godhead. There is no doubt about this. Yeah. Simply by chanting. So we can, by reading this, we can understand, okay, we understood everything, because it's a solution. But we should also develop this faith. It's a gradual process. And I will also read some quotes. It's very interesting different things said about Holy Name. For example, in Hari Bhakti Vilasa, it said, it is very difficult to become free from sins by remembering Vishnu, but it is easy to do by repeating his name, Kirtana, which requires only a mouth that speaks the names of Bhagavan. Is far superior to Smarana, remembering. In Kali Yuga, it is difficult to practice austerities, meditation, yoga, etc. But it is easy to perform Kirtan. For this, you only need to move your lips. Nama repeated without moving the lips is called Nama Smarana. Through Nama Kirtana, Nama Smarana, a living entity can achieve perfection. Therefore, the scriptures can conclude that Kirtana and Smarana of the holy name are superior to Archana. Yeah, so difficult, the austerities and so on is difficult to practice in Kali Yuga, you know. In this temple we see prasad samadhis. But we take good prasad, but then we chant Hare Krishna mantra. We're going to, yesterday was good Harinam. And this is our method. But we have to also try to take this seriously. I mean, like, try to make our japa is good. I'm also working with this always. I don't have a good japa, but I'm trying. Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he was saying about how you can understand level of devotee. Somebody remember? He's an indicator. How you can understand who is more elevated, who is less. But there's one about, like, most important, what Bhaktivinoda Thakur mentioned. Attachment? Yeah. Yeah, this attachment to holy name. Because, yeah, like, devotees can be in different levels. Like, somebody practice more, somebody knows scriptures more, somebody does something else. But it's, he was mentioning about this, that we can understand the real level of devotee by his attachment to holy name. Because even what I saw, that some devotees who practice for a very long time, they gradually going through different things. For example, I live now in Lithuania, and there is nice that there is some devotees who practice from 80s, from like maybe 70s. They practice till now, they come to temple and they're active. Well, not so much active, but they're quite active. And by speaking with them, you can see that they like really evaluate. They really value this chanting. They're trying to do this properly. Because gradually by practice, you know, trying different things in life, and gradually they come to this point that it's very important to have a good japa. Because maybe we not always have a good japa sometimes. Like, if people have a family life and so on, they have many things to do and they cannot, maybe not everyone, so like, they can chant japa in the morning, they chant during the day, sometimes during the day you have more distractions, isn't it? And yeah. And because of this we have to try. Now we live in a temple, and this very good opportunity for us to make this progress and to learn how to chant japa, to be to make progress in this, because it's maybe not always will be like this, because life is changeable. It's not like we live in a temple now, it's not necessary we will live here in 1 year or after a few years. And after some people can get family life and so on, somebody go to work, and yeah, then, but by living here now and doing properly sadhana, we can learn and understand how it really influenced my life. My Krishna consciousness, how it helped me to control my senses, to be really happy and peaceful. And if we get this experience now, then after some time, whatever will happen with us, because can be different changes in this world, life. But when we get this experience, it will be easier to maintain this and continue. We will have this good samskaras. And also, I listened to Akhila Prabhu. He also, I like he chanted every time, like very nice. Mostly when he is here, he chants all japa in the temple room, and he just chant. And it looks like he really don't distract. He don't fall asleep. He don't stop. He just chant. And he said to me a good advice, and it's a simple one. But when I tried this, it's really. Maybe before I heard this many times, but I didn't pay much attention. But this one simple thing, he said, don't close your eyes. It's really like, of course, if you're very tired, even if we will still fall asleep. But if in normal situation, if we close our eyes, it's more chances that we will fall asleep. Especially if we have a good chadar on us, very warm, and we close our eyes, it creates super good environment to fall asleep. And then it's like difficult to chant without falling asleep. And if we just keep our eyes open, even just look on the floor or just on tulsi somewhere, and then it really helps. It helps. But also, to chant japa, we need to understand about this benefit, because we have to gradually understand about why it's important for us. Okay, maybe I will read some quotes more. I have many quotes, but maybe I will not have time for all of them. It's also important to pronounce properly. I mean, like, to chant not silently. Because it's possible also to chant like in your mind, or like, how you say this, whispering, like very silent, but it's more for elevated stages when your mind is already very peaceful, and you can do this. But mostly it's recommended. We can see Prabhupada, we listen every day this chanting of Prabhupada. He chant with devotees and he pronounces all mantras properly. And this is important when we pronounce and hear. And this one quote is also explains nicely how it works. Srila Prabhupada gave us a simple strategy to control the mind. When you chant, listen carefully to the words Hare, Krishna and Rama. As the mind drags us repeatedly from the present into the past or future, gently firmly pull it back to listening to the holy names, despite the mind's unwillingness to cooperate. If we listen to the syllables of the Maha Mantra, the mind and heart will unite with Krishna. Listening helps us push protesting mind towards submission. Our chanting can then actually connect us to God, rather than pulling us away from Him. Another tangible benefit of trying to listen to the holy names is it sharpens the intelligence and increases awareness of the mind's restless nature. That is, it helps us see ourselves as separate from the mind. Later, as we engage in other activities during the day, we will be quicker to catch the wandering mind and pull it back to the job at hand. A devotee thus feels confident and empowered by the tool of intelligence. How it works, you like this way? Well, I can say it says that our mind, he likes to wander in different past, future, and what will be today, what was tomorrow, but it's recommended to, Prabhupada was saying about this many times, and also Akhila Prabhu, he sent me some quotes about this, that we have to gently put it firmly back to listening holy name. And by listening, it helps to push our protesting mind towards submission, because it's nature of us that we like conditioned souls. We lost this connection with Krishna, and we want to do everything by ourselves. Because many lives he was trying to survive in this world, and to survive you need to be strong and to try our best. Different things going on with everyone in this world, in different forms of life, and people going through different experiences. And without connection with God, they're trying so many things by themselves. And we have this tendency just to try to control. We want to control everything. We try to adjust, control, and so on. But this process is quite simple, but it requires on this proper attitude that we understand. Okay, Krishna. Even in the ocean life, gradually, devotees trying so many things. They trying also, even if I listen to devotees in the temple, some people inspired, oh, we have to now do some sport, let's go to swim, let's take some nice cocktail, some very healthy cocktail, take some nice food, some vitamins, somebody have some diet, somebody, I don't know, somebody do some education, want to have a good work, good job, good income. But gradually, like we can realize that by going through all of this, we can see that still our different material desires in our heart will not be released by doing all these things. And one problem which will change another problem, because like, maybe now we have problem with health, another day we have problems with relationships, another day problem with, I don't know, maybe some war will start or some crisis come. And always in this world will be different problems. Yeah. And this process of Krishna consciousness has helped to solve the root of all these problems, to realize about why we came in this environment where we have so many different problems. But it's also we gradually going through this experience and we realize that this is best solution. But also we can realize this just by accepting. Maybe we don't need to go through so many different experiences. We just can accept this method. It's called this, how you call this, Shabda Brahma is like, there is, how do you say in English? Descending process? It's descending process when we just accept from scriptures. And we accept this and we're trying to just make this surrender to Krishna. By chanting holy names sincerely, we're trying to understand, okay, Krishna, I tried so many things and so many lives and it didn't work. Still in this world, I have different things to do, different things to adjust. And now I'm trying Krishna to chant your names. And with proper attitude, if you do this, then maybe everyone like have this experience, especially in the beginning, when we have this mood, when we already, after struggling for existence, we came to the spiritual practice, we understood, wow, the simple process, chanting holy names. And we tried this with this open heart, and probably all of you get this experience when Krishna was dancing in your tongue, like holy name. Do you have this experience?
Not yet.
Really? In the beginning also now? Really? What about you?
Yes.
Yes, he has.
It's like
Joy is very humble.
Sometimes. But it's not permanent. You can't
of course.
carry it.
Of course.
This experience.
It would be nice if it would be permanent. But in the beginning, when we just came to this process, mostly it's like more.
It's like splash, only very short splash of this taste, and you realize that it's really mercy given to you.
Yeah, especially like in the beginning, because when, I don't know, maybe different people come by different reasons, but mostly if we come like serious to this process after material life, maybe, do you have material life before Krishna consciousness, or are you from the beginning of your life Krishna conscious?
I'm not Krishna conscious yet, but
But you're happy in this life that you from the beginning of life. Yeah, that's another thing. But this also, like these people are very fortunate because probably it was practicing in previous life and now this is a continuation. But yeah, this experience, at least for me, and it was quite obvious when you just have material life and so on, and then you come to Krishna consciousness and you have this hope, oh wow, this holy name and this practice can help me with different things. And you chant, and Krishna really like, you chant sincerely and Krishna then give this experience that he revealed himself in some way, and yes, I am already over time. I'm almost finished. I just want. I have many thoughts, but for now it's enough. Maybe if somebody wants to share some realization or something to say about today's topic. What is it?
I will just a bit share that according to the sufferings in this material world, when we discussed it with devotees on the base of Bhagavad Gita, I read one quote of Srila Prabhupada from the purport to Srimad Bhagavad verse, and he wrote here that in this world, it's normally that here is this three types of suffering: Daivika, Abhivautika, and Abhi-atmika. Yes. And he wrote that every time of our life here in this world, in this body, we connect to one of this suffering. It doesn't possible avoid this suffering. And therefore, when you look on your life, even if you devotee here, or doesn't matter who you are, when you get to suffering, you realize that it's just nature of this material world. So it's normally that suffering coming to me, and that the suffering coming to another people, and it just nature of this world, and we have to go to another world where Krishna internally enjoy his pastimes and everything, and to serve Krishna here because here in this world it's not our real home, it's not real our place where we have to be. It's like like prison.
Yeah, like in this verse it said, not being interested in their real home, they illusioned and search after another homes. But we have to find our real home. This was okay. Thank you. Also,
Actually, I have two practical questions.
yes.
We hear so many times through Prabhupada that we should just focus on the sound vibration. But still we have the translation of the Maha Mantra sometimes that it is like, oh Radhe, oh Krishna, please engage me in your service. And sometimes I'm thinking, also most of the time I'm thinking of this and then I just think of service, what I can do. And that's actually very motivating, but it's not the process that we should do, to just meditate on what you can do in the future. We should focus on the sound vibration. So how should I understand this? Because the translation is like engage me in your service, and actually it is also that just to focus on the sound vibration.
Thank you. It was one or it was two already?
That was the first question.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can answer this. Yeah, we chant Hare Krishna mantra, but it has a meaning, and it has probably also different meanings from different levels. And this meaning, Krishna, please engage me in your service, is Prabhupada gave to us. It's about mood. Of course, we don't chant, oh Krishna, please engage me. We chant Hare Krishna mantra, but it's like we understand that we have this mood of we try to pray to Krishna, oh Krishna, I'm your servant and I want to serve you. I'm already I'm not happy in this world by serving different things, by doing different things, and I want to serve you. I think it should be like a meditation. But we have to, it said also, even devotees sometimes trying to practice different levels of chanting. Even we can find in some books like, not Harinama Chitamani, but maybe in some different books, Bhakti Rasayana, different. There is said about like Vilas Maranam, some different, when you remember during chanting the qualities of Krishna, his pastimes, and so on. But there is one nice quote of Bhaktivedanta Saraswati, maybe if you can find it fast. There is one nice quote when he mentioned about that by listening holy name, by listening this Hare Krishna mantra, Krishna opened himself to us. It's not like we don't need artificially to remember, okay, there is 8 gopis and so on, different names, different pastimes. It's also nice that if we can do this naturally, we can just chant and in our mind will be all these pastimes with Krishna, with Vrindavan, with covered boys, with Mother Yashoda and so on. But it said that by just we can be like sure enough that just by chanting properly and listening, Krishna will open himself and everything will be revealed. It means that we don't need to artificially just going to all this, because if you try this, many devotees will probably try this, especially after some long practice, when you want to get different experience. Some devotees try to read some different things and trying to meditate on pastimes, but mostly if we not in this level, it will be artificial. It will not really purify our mind, make this connection with Krishna. And it said that just by listening, it's what we need just to listen. It's quite simple, but if you do this properly, then it will give to us a lot. Like in this, also was like this quote that I read, it said about sharpens intelligence, increases awareness of the mind, restless nature. That is, help us to see ourselves as separate from the mind. And during the day, then we can, if we chant nice japa, then during the day we can see how our mind works, how he going to different directions, maybe even not to Krishna. But when we don't chant properly, then during the day we maybe even not recognize when our mind is going to different things and we will not understand this. Yeah, I mean, just most important, just chanting. In this mood, yeah, like engagement in your service can be also. Chanting, I think is the most important. Listening, just with proper mood that we're trying to stop our mind and to listen. It's not easy. Maybe it's easy in some way. When Prabhupada was asked about how to stop this restless mind, and Prabhupada said, what's mind? Which mind? You have to just listen. You have to just chant and listen. But we know that our mind works wondering. Something else?
Actually, I had a different question also, but you were mentioning how important it is to listen to Bhagavatam all the time also, and the whole name. And what I'm trying is to come to Bhagavatam class, of course, but I really like to read more, but I do not manage to do it. So maybe you have some advice that we can really take up to read every single day. Actually, it's a rule of the temple to read, not just 5 minutes, but
half an
hour per day or an hour.
Yeah.
How would you manage that?
Yeah, I also by myself, I like to read more than to listen Bhagavatam. Because in the temple I live and we have these rules, I have to come to the classes. But I'm more also trying to read. It's also like I'm also struggling with this. It's for different reasons. It's not so easy to maintain every day properly to read. But what I found, at least for me, helpful. Maybe what helped me is most is when I read with devotees. Because I just do many times in different places. I just come to devotees and say, in the evening, for example, let's read a Krishna book, or maybe some Srimad Bhagavatam together. And it's nice. Of course, when you read alone, it's also very good. You can you can think more about it, go more deeper. But when you read with devotees, at least it helps also a lot. Because by different things, maybe you cannot stop to do something, or you cannot find. But mostly we have time. But some people don't have time. But in a temple who lives, maybe we have some time. I think we have time. And for me it helps when I read with devotees. But it's also, for me, it's like it's seva. Because I know that also devotees struggle with this. And many devotees, they even, maybe some of us fortunate more that we have this taste to reading. But many devotees, they don't have this taste. And our help to them can be that we read together with them. It's also mood of like this giving to others. Not only have your practice, but also to try to engage others. And it's also nice. I like this. Because when you read with devotees, you can see that they also become like so inspired. Oh wow, this book's so nice.
Thank you.
Krishna. Dina? You want to say something?
Ich würde ihn fragen, ist Qualität besser wie Quantität in Bezug auf Chanten?
He wants to ask if quality is better than quantity in chanting.
Eigentlich auch in allem, auch in Bhagavatam.
Every single thing.
Lernen.
In learning Bhagavatam or whatever.
Yeah, both important. Quality and quantity. Yeah, we can think sometimes that it's difficult to make a lot of chanting, especially in beginning, in the first years of practice. And some people try to emphasize on quality, but quality always very important. Quality quality when we do like reading or chanting. It's very important because sometimes people can, in mood of passion, they're trying to, read all Srimad Bhagavatam very fast. And I saw some activities. They read like, I don't know, like, okay, I finish. I finish this chapter, this kind of. But yeah, we have to understand what it is about. But in chanting mantra, but it said also, Prabhupada gave example about drunkard. Then how to become a good drunkard. He said, if you want to, this funny example, he said that by drinking every day, you will become naturally more and more advanced, and this you will become like some advanced drunkards. They just cannot stop. They do this all the time. And same with chanting. If you want to increase the quality, you have to practice more. Whatever we do, like some sport, music, different things. When we do this more often, if you just look at some professional musicians, for example, they really is mostly. It's not just they play some instrument or some singing in very good level because of they didn't practice. Many of them practice 4-8 hours every day in many years. And after this, you can achieve some level when you do this very naturally, very professionally. Same in chanting, we have to. It's advice to make it more and more. And gradually, we have to realize that even 16 rounds is not enough. Of course, for some people, that 16 rounds is like goal to chant the 16 and chant properly. But gradually, it can be that people chant more and more, a few times by 16, and then you can increase your quality and your connection. Like Indra Prabhu, he was doing so much kirtan, but also he was chanting every day, 100, something like 108 or 100, more than 100 rounds. Yeah, it's many hours of just chanting. It's humble chanting, and you just sit and chant. And because of this, when you do this, then your holy name also becomes like more alive. It's our goal. We're going to this gradually, but yeah, we have to try. Especially like Ekadashi days, it's helped to us when you can chant more. You just try to dedicate one day when you chant more. Like if you chant less than 16, you can chant 16. If you chant 16, then you chant more like 25 or 32. Or some people. In my country, in Belarus, in Russia also they also do this Nama Nishka retreats. They just take one day, go together to some place, and they chant all day. I also was surprised they sharing they chant, some of them like few lakhs, 2 or 3 lakhs. Yeah. And then after, it lakhs in 64 rounds. They chant like few times per 64. Whole day from the early morning to evening. And then in the evening they share realizations. And I heard that these realizations they last sometimes like 3-4 hours. A group of 10 people, and they have so many realizations after this chanting that they can discuss this 3-4 hours. And it's really like interesting experience. Yeah. Okay. Grantaraj Bhagavatam ki jai, Shri Prabhupada ki jai, Ananta Koti Vaishnava ki jai.